Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, Lauren Frey, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon, releasing June 10th, 2023. Diablo 4 has launched, and day one, right out of the gate, we got a big media blitz. We got a huge amount of hype from game journals, from Blizzard. Like, they hired Megan Fox to do something. You know, remember how they used to, like, hire Chuck Norris or Mr. T or some shit? The real Mr. T, not that, like, poser on YouTube, Mr. T. Let's not confuse those two. Remember when they actually, did that stuff and it actually left an impact? Diablo 4 has been out for like an entire day now, and it already feels like it's been forgotten. Like, Darkside Phil is complaining about not getting any viewer retention. I'm seeing, like, people bring up all these numerous issues. I'm seeing people, like, cut right through the nonsense, cut right through the situation, get right to the nitty-gritty of the problem. And Diablo 4, shockingly, is not a very good game. And honestly, the most interesting thing I find about this is that the Blizzard fanboys are admitting this. Like, back when Diablo 3 came out, there was like, this thing where like, oh, the game is good if you can actually play it, but with Diablo 4, it feels more like the illusion has been broken. The hype cycle has been diminished. Like, there's no real enthusiasm for Diablo 4. And that's really interesting considering, like, Diablo Immortal, that being announced, kind of kicked off the Blizzard backlash back in 2018, right? The fact that Diablo 4 is coming out now, 5 years later, and is getting no real hype or enthusiasm at all, really says a lot about the current state of Blizzard and Activision and the Diablo franchise. Diablo 3 was so reprehensibly awful that, like, any hardcore Diablo fan just has no intention of coming back to it. Like, it's done, it's over. People love Diablo 2, but if the sequels aren't going to be as good, if Blizzard is just going to keep milking its audience, they are going to go elsewhere. And that is something I think has been happening since Gamergate, since, like, the turn of the decade, is that, like, people are finally starting to say that enough is enough, and if a franchise goes down the shitter, if it becomes woke, if it does this or that, becomes crap, right? If it does any of that, people will just go elsewhere, right? People have other ways to experience Diablo-like experiences. There are games better than Diablo, right, at this point. Now, Blizzard doesn't want to admit it, but they have been outdone in every single, like, genre they used to, like, excel in, right? They are obsolete, right? Their fanboys are, like, fleeing left and right. They've lost any illusion they may have built up over the past 25 years. It's like memeing people into thinking they were some, like, prestigious PC gaming company when in reality they were mediocre at best. Like all game companies, like, lagging far behind the far superior Nintendo. It is very, very exciting for me, someone who has detested Blizzard for the longest time, someone who was, like, making fun of Diablo 3 when, like, I saw that it was an overhead isometric game. Like, what the fuck? Like, people were playing this? Like, it looks cheap as hell. Like, the server's going down. Like, it was so obvious to me even back then that, like, wow, even if I don't play the game, even if I don't have a gaming PC, who in the world would ever play this? And, I own Diablo 3 on Switch. I played it. Not impressed. Diablo 2 came out. Didn't buy it. Because, I didn't care for Diablo 3 that much, right? That is, I think, what we're seeing here is that Blizzard's audience has been, like, trampled on so much. Just told over and over and over again that you will eat shit and enjoy it, with Hearthstone, with Overwatch, with Overwatch 2, with that Warcraft 3 Reforged game they put out, which got like a 0.6 on Metacritic or something, because they screwed up everything. Like, you were told over and over again, you're going to eat shit, and you're going to love it. You're going to, like, shove your face in it. You're going to smear it all over your face. It's going to get into your eyes. You're going to get diseased from, like, eating our products, devouring our products. But when all is said and done, you're going to ask for seconds. You're going to ask for thirds. You're going to keep gorging until you explode. And then you're going to keep gorging some more. That's what Blizzard honestly thought, right? They really thought that they could do anything they wanted forever and maintain their extremely dedicated, devoted franchise. But now the gamers, the absolute chads, the legends are rising up and saying, no, Diablo 4, not worth the asking price. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to talk about it on stream. I'm not going to pretend this is some like monumental achievement like I did with Overwatch. Like, I am going to go on with my life. I might actually go outside and talk to a girl. Like, I might do something different than what I would normally do, right? That's what gamers everywhere are saying. People who have never even stepped outside before are going out and just not playing Diablo and actually doing something productive with their lives. Today is a good day, right? Today is the day that the Diablo franchise is dead and buried in the ground, right? There is no hope of recovery, not for Diablo, not for Blizzard, not for Activision, not for Microsoft, right? They are completely dead and buried and hopefully stay so for a very long time. Like, I am done with every single video game franchise just milking itself to death, right? You know, this really needs to happen to, like, everything that's not Nintendo, but, like, I'm glad it's Diablo, right? After Diablo 3, this was extremely warranted. If anything, like, Blizzard should have gone bankrupt, like, the day they released Diablo 3, but I will settle for, like, you know, a decade-long wait. A decade-long wait for Diablo 4. A decade-long wait for this, like, to actually get a conclusion to this arc we've been seeing of people just constantly making excuses for Blizzard, constantly, like, shilling for them, constantly, like, trying to, like, pretend they aren't getting raped. They aren't getting fucked. Like, it is just appalling how much shit, literal excrement that Blizzard fans have devoured over the years. But we are reaching the end point. We are reaching the point where, like, I think it's safe to say that Blizzard in the very near future will not be relevant. There is no coming back from what they've done over the past 5 years. They will never again have that prestige that they once enjoyed. They will never again be considered the pinnacle of Western video game development. Not that there's really that much competition, but they will never again be, like, considered, like, the company to upgrade your gaming PC for. They will never again put out a new StarCraft. They will never again make something as innovative and fresh and original as World of Warcraft. They will never again, like, do this. And it's all because of you. It's all because for once in your lives, you stood up and decided to declare to yourself that, you know, I'm not going to play Diablo 4. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to care about it at all. I'm just going to do or play or read something else. Like, and I am grateful, right? A lot of people, like, talk about, like, how terrible things are in the gaming industry right now. And a lot of that is warranted, you know, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? Things are better than ever if you're a Nintendo fan. So to those people, I say, like, just buy a Nintendo Switch. Buy Tears of the Kingdom. Buy Pikmin 4 coming out July 21st, 2023. You know, buy Nintendo products in general, and you'll be showered with great games all the time. Too many, I would say, to possibly keep up with. You don't need Diablo. You don't need Blizzard. You don't need any of these companies. You need to just acknowledge that Blizzard is dead for a very, very good reason. Diablo 4 is doing so badly right now, Street Fighter 6 is doing better. You know, like, I can imagine that, like, maybe Final Fantasy 16 will do worse, but we'll have to see. But Diablo is just a complete mess. Like, honestly, like, I'm glad to see the IP is just dwindling down to nothing, that fans have had enough, that we're seeing, like, an end point to, like, the nonsense and the propaganda and the agenda and just, you know, nobody buying into the game journalist crap that this game is great. Like, I I'm glad to see that, like, Blizzard fans do have an end point. They did have a point where they decided to say enough is enough. We're going to rebel. We're going to start, like, pushing back against this nonsense. And for that, like, I am very proud of you. You guys did well this time.